see here. Chat disconnected. Well, if you guys are watching, please be patient. For some reason, my internet is being quite slow. Let's see here. Chat disconnected. Well, if you guys are watching, please be patient. For some reason, my internet is being quite slow. Let's see here. Chat disconnected. Well, if you guys are watching, please be patient. For some reason, my internet is... Hey, here we go. Cool. I finally got it all working. Just had a refresh. How's everyone doing tonight? Well, this afternoon, tonight for our East Coasters. If you're over across the pond, the Atlantic, how's your night going? Hey, here we go. Let's see here. Yes, it is. First of all, I want to apologize for not doing a stream this last Wednesday. It's hunting season, so been busy with that. Been up in the mountains, been having to run around town doing some projects and all that kind of stuff, because there is something big coming the way for Company D and anyone reenacting as sharpshooters. First Sergeant Kep and I are pretty excited about what we have going on. Those of you who do know, I can't wait to show you guys when it's done. This will be really, really cool. Has me super excited. So I'm sure you guys will be too once we kind of start posting teasers either here on YouTube or on our website. So make sure you guys are checking out the website and the Facebook page, because we'll post updates on there. How's it going, Lego Maker? So kind of have an idea. Talked about this with First Sergeant Kep. As you know, our videos come out typically Sunday or Monday. However, when we aren't able to get a video out, either the weather's not cooperating if it's an outdoor video, or if we just don't have any content to put out, we're going to do a live stream on Sundays. The live stream will actually have a subject matter. That could be from sharpshooters to how to form a reenacting company, how to get started in reenacting, things like that. But we'll still continue to do our Wednesday streams where everyone, we can chat, stuff like that, you know, talk about whatever, kind of get to know each other better, I guess, would be the best way to put it. So it'll be pretty good. Jamie. Yes and no. Woodworking is going to be a part of this project. It's basically going to have to be a combination between woodworking on his part, sewing, and some crazy stuff on my end. It'll be pretty cool. Hopefully be able to get across state, visit him for a bit, put our heads together, kind of bust out this project, because it's game-changing. It really is. I can't, you know, oversell it at all. It is that awesome that we have going on. I cannot wait to go through with this. It's probably the most excited I've been in a while, probably before the last season, or past this first... this last season started off, so. Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, absolutely love this thing. It's starting to turn fall, so it's starting to get a little nippy out. Brooks Roscoe, try Gunbroker. If not there, do N-SSA. That's the North-South Skirmish Association. There's some guys always getting out of the hobby there. Some are original, some are a little modified because it's a shooting competition, stuff like that. So let's see here. Yeah, Jamie, I'm very excited. Yeah, Joshua, there will be some fieldcraft stuff hopefully coming out down the road for sharpshooters, especially, you know, camp life, things like that. So just gotta get some good ideas. So really good question on that. Matt, very nice. And Mustang World War II, how's it going? Hopefully it's nice where you're at. So see, I just gotta send a message off to someone real quick. Alright, sorry about that, just had to talk about some stuff. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the comment on the Jeep cap. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, I could put the heat on, but I like to save money. Keeps me reenacting, so wool blankets, stuff like that, wool socks, pretty much any of my reenacting stuff is perfect for it. And 6 guards. I absolutely love those videos that you sent me. Had to watch them a couple times. So cool. The fact that you guys get to do that stuff is amazing. Really jealous of you guys over there. Definitely need to get to England at some point. It's my family heritage, a good portion of it. I mean, last name's Whitehall. Don't know how much more English you can get. Anna Angelo, it's normal for some. I can try and monkey with some of my stuff. My mic is turned up way high. So let's try that. It's my family heritage, hopefully, a good Anna, portion of it. I mean, last name's Whitehall. Don't know how much more English you can get. If having an issue, please let me know with the sound. Matt, nice. Anna Angelo, yes. It's normal for some. I can try and monkey with some of my stuff. You definitely know what's coming down the pike, so I'd be happy to help you and your sharpshooters out. Way high. So let's try that. Come in the summer, winter is my family heritage, a good portion winter of it. Here's, last name's you know, for me, I actually like the winter. Yeah, I like the snow. However, I don't like driving in it with other people. Driving by myself, yeah, no problem, but it's all the other Anna Angelo, yes. It's insane people that don't know how to drive that with some of my driving nuts. You definitely know what's coming down the pike, so I'd be happy to help you and your sharpshooters out. Way high. Let's try that. Come in the summer, winter is my family heritage, a good portion. I'm gonna get some quick messages sent, you know, for back me, and forth. I actually like echo. Yeah. I like the snow. Okay. However, I don't like driving in it with other people. Driving by myself. I think I know what's causing that. Yeah, no problem, but it's so. Still learning how to do this stuff. Hey, what's going on, Jesse? So how's everyone been in the last 2 weeks? Hopefully everyone's been doing good. Audio was fine before, now it's... Okay, I'll keep monkeying with it for you guys and see what we can figure out here. Alright. I think I fixed it, hopefully. For the sharpshooters, Matt, it would have been just the regular infantry code, not the mounted. Mounted was more easily accessible for officers, things like that. Okay, audio is fine now. Jesse, I'm not surprised, man. You are a machine when it comes to not sleeping. From what it seems like, at least. Yeah, the delay is kind of sad. It's like a good 10-second delay. I kind of have the public view, so you guys see, or I see what you guys see, and the delay is just ridiculous sometimes. Might be internet connection, I'm not sure. There's 3 other computers hooked up in this house, so everything like that. Sorry guys that I'm yawning and itchy-eyed and all that. Did not get much sleep last night. For some reason my back has been killing me the last few days. Absolutely killing me. But still alive, that's all that matters. Whew. Yawn. Damn. Trevor, very nice. Very nice. How do you like it so far? Army sports, they're good. They're definitely not, you know, the top of the tier, but for getting into it, reenacting as a sharpshooter, it's good to go. I have 2 of them. So, and majority of our unit has Army sports, so you definitely definitely do some good service for you. Army sports are really, really nice. Really nice. See, chat's slowing up a little bit. How much did you pay for it, Trevor? If you don't mind me asking. Lego Boy, how's it going? I'm glad that you could join us on the stream. Hopefully today's working out for a lot more of you guys, because you know it's the weekend. Not many people tend to work. Trevor, the caps that we use for the Sharps, we use the 4-wing RWS, the German caps, the musket size, obviously. Those are the best ones. Tyler Stark, best place to find period labels. Sullivan Press. Just type in Sullivan Press into Google, and that'll set you right. Matt G also has some really good labels that he sent me on a flash drive, and those are fantastic. And Matt, thank you again for sending me those. That was really, really cool. We'll definitely be putting some use to them. Hopefully when you come out this way this next season to reenact with us and all that, hopefully you'll be able to see some of your handiwork on some stuff. Really looking forward to using that stuff. Damn, Trevor, nice. 925, good going. That's definitely not a bad price. Definitely did not get hurt. Was it used? New? Because if it's new, that is a steal. Yeah, you don't find Army Sports that good of a deal much anymore. They're usually right around 1,000. So, damn, you're lucky. I think I paid 8 for my first one, but that was back in 2008. So it's about relative for everything to be about 1,000 nowadays. If I keep glancing down, you know, I'm trying to get more focused on, you know, eye contact with the camera instead of just always looking down or kind of looking around. So it's kind of weird not actually talking face to face with a person doing these live streams, but yeah, definitely got to agree with Jesse on that. Not a bad price at all. Our colors, 6th Guard, the regimentals was made by a man named Zach Brewer, who does his regimentals every so often. They're never, or he doesn't do a business, so to speak. It's just whenever he gets the time. Our national colors, our Stars and Stripes, was made by Historic Flag Company. And really, really good colors. We absolutely love them. Anna, for the highest quality forge caps, Russell Osmiansky does a really good job. Dirty Billy does a good job. We mainly go through Osmiansky, though, on Facebook. It's just caps and keppies. Because we can send him our wool and materials, and he makes exactly what we like. So, to me, that's the best place. Dirty Billy's also good. Don Smith is also really good. Producer. Unfortunately, we haven't had any of his work to speak of, so that's just one of those downsides. But eventually, we'll get someone to try his caps out. I'm actually going to be trying my hand at caps before too long. I'm fairly handy with needle and thread, so might get something going that way, which would be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Mustang, yeah, I'm actually friends with quite a few of you guys as subscribers, so feel free to add me. We can chat, privately, outside of live streams. I don't mind talking to people. It's kind of part of the hobby. So if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing it. And Jamie, thank you. Thank you very much. Nice. New old is always good. We have quite a few of them. My favorite army sport that I have is actually was a former Safe Queen, never fired. I think I paid $800 for it. So nice going, man. That's primo price. Lego Maker, very nice. 6 cards. Our national colors were $850, if I'm not mistaken. That's without the spear point and the pole. So round up about $950 thereabouts. And then I made the color cases for them. Did a period tarred canvas case. Turned out fantastic. Absolutely love them. Nice, Matt. Thank you very much. And Mustang, yeah, Dirty Billy. I've been to his shop once, besides the 150th, and actually got to speak with him. He's a very knowledgeable man. Really cool to talk to. Knows his stuff about all periods of caps that he sells. The guy is nuts when it comes to caps. The guy is insane. Oh, Jesse, you do all right, man. You're a lot of fun to talk to in our group chats. Anna, I've never been in a... Well, okay, I take that back. We kind of did duels at a really Farby event once, way back in 2010 when I was a corporal, and it was just more of a crowd pleaser. I wasn't really a big fan of it. Just got to burn a lot of powder for no point. It was more of a kind of a speed shoot, really, so that was pretty much it. Bill Regan, yes. All you have to do is buy a full double set trigger system, take your old trigger plate out with everything, the assembly out, and mostly Army Sports are a drop-in. There might be some fitting issues, just need to have a sharp chisel and just kind of shave away a little bit at the inset of the stock, the bottom portion of it. But I think they're all made, depending on your maker, they're pretty much made to one size, or one model, so you might be in luck there. Hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, everyone, please follow Matt G. We're friends on Facebook. Guy definitely has a lot of cool stuff to talk about and share. Great wealth of knowledge when it comes to some pretty crazy facts too. Plus, he has awesome labels. So if you guys get in on his good side, he might kick some your way. Really, really awesome Instagram page. I still actually need to follow you. I just actually need to use my Instagram. I think I have one, but Facebook is pretty much my only social media. Do I know any drummers, fifers, or buglers? Yeah, there's quite a few buglers in our battalion, quite a few fifers. Pretty fun people to talk to. Granted, I'm actually trying to learn the bugle myself, more for field commands. The Sharpshooter is operated by the bugle. Jesse actually, in some of our group chats that we have with the organization I belong to, they always try to get me to do renditions of some things, and I've yet to do that. Eventually, Jesse, I promise you, that'll it'll happen one day. And yeah, go to bed, man. Seriously, hell actually might be freezing over. I mean, my window isn't freezing up yet, so might see how this is going. Mustang, I actually was in Gettysburg when I went to a shop. That was 2008, 2009, when I first went to Gettysburg. So It's been a while. He definitely opened up a shop in Charleston since then, which is really great for him. I'm glad that his business has allowed him to expand. Jesse, you will hear a bugle solo eventually. Hey, how's it going, First Sergeant? Can see some of the project over my left-hand shoulder, your guys' right hand, if you're seeing this right. So, and Bill, thank you very much. First Sergeant Kep and I definitely put a lot of love and effort into this channel. Really? Well, okay, Mustang. Unless you're talking about Jesse's comment, then yeah. Because I mean, granted, I don't keep up to date on your guys' weather in South Kakalaki, so it very well could be freezing over for all I know. All I know is it's starting to get a wee bit nippy out this way. Do 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 do. Oh, Lego Boy, yeah. Then you probably have definitely a leg up on me, Lego Boy, when it comes to bugling. I've taken to it pretty quick. I can do some fairly basic field commands. I don't want to blow my mic or anything like that, so I'm not going to start blowing away on a bugle here anytime soon. But maybe eventually I'll do some skirmisher bugle calls once I get them down and I'm happy with what I can do to help you guys out, especially with sharpshooter impressions. So, oh yeah, since Turner got everyone, Nikki Turns, one of the privates on our unit, she actually got her first buck within the last week, so that's always awesome. Everyone getting their first buck, it's always a wonderful wonderful experience. I remember when I first got mine. I'll never forget it. So, oh, Trevor, definitely. I have a video still in the works of a complete takedown of a Sharps. I'll do my best and get it out for you next weekend. I will try my best. So I'll see what I can do for you, Trevor. Your set trigger isn't working. I'll try to troubleshoot that for you in that video. Because there's a couple little screws down on the bottom of the trigger plate that I've kind of monkeyed with over time and have discovered that they, sometimes too tight, they disengage the set trigger system, and sometimes too loose, they don't engage it. So you just kind of might have to play around with it. Definitely took me some time to get used to the care and feeding of my Sharps. I swear those things are a personality of their own. They're like an animal. Oh yeah, deer steak and deer burger is really good. Turnin'. Definitely some good stuff. Granted, when it comes to hamburger, sausage, and steaks, deer is pretty good, but elk is to die for. If you guys have never had elk and you get an opportunity to do it, definitely take that chance. Elk is the leanest meat ever. It is so good. Bear is alright. A little gamey for my taste, but you know, it could have just been the bear that I had. I've eaten a lot of weird meat. That doesn't sound right. I've eaten a lot of wild game. So, yeah, Jamie, deer tacos. Deer tacos is pretty good. I'm actually having lamb gyros tonight, so after the stream. Oh, love gyros. Haven't eaten breakfast or lunch today, so. Sorry, I had to shoot a message to one of my friends here, so. Plus the chat seems to be slowing up a little bit. Hey, how's it going? M915A5. Why does that number sound so familiar? That's... Okay, that's why. Military tractor truck. These things are pretty awesome. Trevor, yes. I believe First Sergeant Kep might be able to remember the size of drill that we used. You want to go pretty much the next size up from your flash hole and just kind of play with it from there. That's at least what I did. So, you know, your mileage may vary. Jamie, yes. In fact, I've seen quite a few people that have those, and those are really, really nice. Especially to keep kind of the salt pork, beef, salted beef stuff, stuff like that, from kind of getting everything else really greasy. In fact, I tar leather. I might as well get a pattern on how to make those. Start making them. They're super easy, so I'm not surprised, or I'm really surprised with myself that I haven't been able to do that yet, or haven't done that yet. I need to get going on that. All in good time. Yeah, elk, I mean, depending where you go turning, especially here in Washington, some areas are easier than others to hunt them, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Backbreaking sometimes, but a lot of fun. Doesn't cinch up totally. I haven't heard about that problem, Jamie, so it could just be your bag, or maybe that's just how all of them are. It could be the fact that the tarring kind of needs to break in, loosen up a little more. Maybe that could be the case. And not much, James. Just doing a live stream, chatting with you guys, taking a break from a project that currently working on, soon to be in collaboration with First Sergeant Kep. And just getting plans made for that, hoping I have enough material left for a possible third thing that we're making. Because Jared, I think the material for the, not the body, but all the bits and pieces of it, I think we might have enough for a third. So, if so, especially with the other piece, I think it's pretty cost effective for us. Really excited. I mean, you already saw what I sent you today, what I texted you. I'm working on a second set, possibly a third set tonight if I have enough time before I have to go to bed for work, so I can get up for work in the morning. But Jesse, yeah. I mean, I work, I come home, I work on more projects. I cannot stay still. I get bored way too easily. Way too easily. I don't know. I just like to keep busy, and I mean, First Sergeant Kep can definitely attest that I can't shut off. I mean, once I get turned on to a project, I just go at it full bore, going ham, as the cool kids are saying these days. So, Bill, out here, we really don't. I think the farthest west that goes is the Midwest. So, unfortunately for us, we just kind of go out, have a weekend, or privately shoot ourselves, shoot our rifles ourselves, stuff like that. We don't privately shoot ourselves, otherwise we wouldn't be here. James, very nice. I've actually never been to Oklahoma, so maybe if I'm in that area one of these days, I can check out a reenactment there, see how Oklahoma reenacts. Because it seems like everywhere kind of reenacts differently. Jamie, yeah, honestly, I think to being able to breathe would be a good thing, especially with some salted meat. Yeah, so Trevor, I'm gonna aim for doing these live streams every other week on Wednesdays or Thursdays. So, like the next one will be uh, November 1st because Halloween is on a Wednesday. I work all day that day, so uh, Thursday the 1st. After that, it will be November the 15th, ideally. We'll see what's going on with my schedule then. And November 29th. So it'll be every other week, 4:30. If you also follow our Facebook page, I'll also be posting it there. I'll try to get more of a setup schedule for you, or for everyone, so we kind of know what's going on. Jesse, I will send you a link in the private message, or unless you want to message Franklin. He'd probably be able to get to you quicker since I'm trying to be courteous to our stream members, so. Ham, yes, I will definitely do that. I've been meaning to. So. What's going on, Caleb? Dude, feel free to ask any questions. Like, you know, you're one of my best friends, man, so feel free to chat up. Doesn't have to be just about reenacting or anything like that, you know, or as you like to call it, dress up in the woods. But yeah, Majora Divine's one of my best friends from here in Spokane, so. Jamie, honestly, I love silk cravats, so seeing them on anyone is pretty cool. I'm not sure if there's an age thing that's period correct for that. I'd have to look more into a like gentleman's guide of the period to see. Cool. Awesome, Jesse. Oh, Ham. Anyone that reenacts as a sharpshooter or is into sharpshooter history should be very concerned with what First Sergeant and I have cooking. It's, as I said earlier in the stream, it's going to be game-changing for us here in Company D. And personally for First Sergeant and I, and possibly for other sharpshooter reenactors. We've been very busy at work. I've probably been bothering the hell out of Jared with all the messages and text messages, stuff like that, because I'm excited about it. Words cannot describe how excited I am with this project. Oh, Jamie, nice. Yeah, already a ladies' man? Way to go. Tell him to keep it up. Okay, cool, yeah. Mustang, I kind of figured that was the friend request that I got from you, so. Look forward to talking to you. This will be a lot of fun. Yeah, Jared's right. Your wallet would be the only thing concerned. Oh, and Jared, I talked to McKnight about militia stuff, if you know what I mean. And he is getting me the measurements and everything for that, so who knows, we might branch out a little bit. Victor, what's going on? It's been a while since we talked. How's the new job treating you? Hopefully enjoying being out of Job Corps, and hopefully get you to more events with us this season. Love having you, man. You're a lot of fun. So big things are coming. So don't want to. I want to say what it is, but there will be a great unveiling of what we have in store. Like I said, this is the most excited I've been with a project in a long time, so this is really, really cool. Ideally, what is it? 3 weeks, 3 weeks from now cannot come soon enough. Get a chance to go over and work with First Sergeant Kep about this project. Galaxy Hero. Yeah, all my uniform is packed up and away in the room behind me, so. Jamie, it could be a hard backpack. It could be some other really cool stuff that we have planned. You know, a lot of things in the Civil War used wood and sewing, so we really could be something that everyone can use at some point. Victor, yeah, pants that fit is a dream. But you ever need help getting your gear, I mean, I'm just a Facebook message away, man. So let me know kind of what your price range is. I'd be willing to help you out with some really good quality stuff. I don't mind sewing, just so you know. I think you and I have talked about this enough, so. But I'm glad, you know, the job's working out for you, even if it has been kind of kicking your ass a little bit. Good ass kicking never hurt anyone, especially overtime. Overtime is a dream. Yeah, Jesse, the mustache will it'll be making a comeback for season. That's for sure. Everyone at work, all the guys, we're going to be doing No Shave November for mustaches, because beards, I guess, are cool. Victor, send me a message today, tonight, or whenever you have time, and we'll work something out. Look forward to helping you out, man. Yeah, part of me misses it, part of me doesn't miss it, Jesse. Getting into food was an issue. I like soup a lot, especially cheddar broccoli, and getting soup in the mustache didn't help much, but it'll make a comeback. All in good time. Also, for you guys with your brand new rifles and those who have actually, this covers anyone for a rifle. Linseed oil is really good for your stocks. This is my public service announcement, so to speak. If you guys have the little paint bottles from like Joann's or Michael's, like these little paint bottles, once you're done using them and you flush them out with water so there's no paint in there, fill it up with linseed oil. This stuff is amazing for rifle stocks. It's been used for hundreds of years, and just these little things is perfect for applying exactly what you need. So I just had it sitting here on my desk and just kind of popped into my head here to share that. I've been meaning to share it. Bill, I'm really hoping that I'd be able to get out to Remembrance Day. Jesse, you already know what's going on with that weekend, so definitely trying my best to get out that way for you guys, and it'd be really cool to meet some subscribers out that way. It's kind of weird, actually, that people want to do kind of like a meet and greet, so to speak. It's like, hey, we're kind of YouTube famous in a very, very small way. This is weird. I mean, it's good, but it's just really weird. So, but Bill, yeah, definitely, if I can get out that way, it'd be awesome to meet up with you and chat, meet in person, so. Jamie, I mean, whatever works for Firestarter. You know, Civil War, there would have been guys that have, you know, lived in the woods, hunted most of their lives, so they probably knew something was up with fat wood. I personally haven't found any examples of fat wood being used in any journals, things like that. was probably so second nature to them that they really never talked about it, or if it did, it was maybe a lack of or a overabundance. But honestly, you know, if you're doing a bivouac or kind of a campaign hardcore event, I mean, fat wood is probably a prime thing to have. Those of you guys who don't know what fat wood is, it's a portion of wood that has a lot of sap. It's really good for fire starter. I'm sure Jamie could probably explain it more than I could, or First Sergeant Kep. I've even seen ways that people make their own fat wood. Just type it into the old YouTube search engine and it comes up pretty quick. Awesome stream so far, guys. Thanks to everyone for being a part of this. Those of us, those that are members in Company D, you know, it's awesome that you guys are helping me out, showing the support, stuff like that. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, you don't see fat wood actually being used much by many people besides bushcraft people and the like. Here you go, Jared's starting a campcraft series, so this will be a lot of fun to see. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and again, apologies guys if I keep yawning a lot. I didn't get much sleep last night, so. But I feel I owe it to everyone to have a live stream going, so. Then I actually really enjoy doing these. Oh yeah, Jamie, with cedar bark, I mean, we have a ton of cedar trees over on the west side of the state, so that's definitely not a shortage over there, and especially here in eastern Washington, more up in kind of what's called the Selkirk Mountains, north of where I live in Spokane in eastern Washington. There's quite a few birch trees and everything. I've used birch bark for fire starter before, and the stuff is amazing. I was glad I learned that tip when I did. Granted, I've never been lost in the woods, but I'm a pyromaniac. Not an arsonist, but a pyro, and anything that sparks and makes flame, I get all giddy about. Many times around hunting camp when I was younger, I was always told to stay out of the fire. Ooh, red cedar oil and boiled linseed oil for a red hue. Ham, I'm going to have to keep that in mind. Definitely try to shoot me an email on the ratios. That'd be really cool to see. I need to get a message off. No way, Jamie. That is so cool. I'm pretty sure, yeah, First Sergeant Kep is, or Jared's pretty jealous of you. In fact, Jared, isn't he one of your, like, absolute favorite subscribers, if I remember right? Cool, Ham, thank you very much. Really looking forward to seeing what we can make. Granted, with the Sharps rifles, their stocks were very dark, so glad one of my rifles has that. It's actually kind of a reddish-brown hue, so who knows? Maybe I accidentally snuck some cedar oil in my linseed oil and never realized it. It's always a possibility. Sorry, almost dropped my phone and would have made a bunch of noise. So, anyone else do that? Kind of almost drop something and you make a weird sound. Swear to God, sometimes I'm the only one who does that. Oh, yes. Sorry. First Sergeant Kep sent me a couple text messages, and I got a little confused. So, yeah, Jared, it's coming along. Nice. See, Victor, I have yet to play Battlefield 1. I saw some gameplay, and I think the Gallipoli campaign, there's like a major Whitehall in it. If I remember right. Oh, that's interesting. Which makes sense, because my family's British. I have a very English name and very English coat of arms. In fact, I even have it as a tattoo, so... I mean, go figure. It's family history. I have a family, or a historical family tattoo. Shocker. Jamie, I'll have to keep that in mind. That's a really good idea. Because you see most guys, they kind of have like a 1 inch by 1 inch block. You know, things like that I've seen at least. But yeah, match sized. Or my cheek. Got to keep that in mind. Thank you. And yeah, Jesse, some people are just nuts when it comes to oils. I know some people are afraid, or not afraid, but they shy away from using linseed oil just because, you know, it's an exothermic reaction. It lets off heat as it dries. You know, plenty of shop fires have happened because of wadded up rags being stuffed in the garbage that have linseed oil and catching shops on fire. That actually happened to the wood shop in my high school the year after I graduated. Some kid wiped something down with a chemical or linseed oil and threw it back in the rag bin and caught a portion of the shop on fire, which is really sad. So... Sorry, I'm getting a message sent off to someone who's been wanting to watch one of these for a while, but has yet to catch one, unfortunately. So, trying to get that to work. Well, work out, so. Jamie, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's actually a really unique gift. It's very, very usable. And practical, too. Yeah, I also have never really had to need to use a bow drill. Whenever my grandpa and I go hunting, and we have a hunting camp, we usually have one where we burn all of our burnable garbage and things like that before we leave, so we get a pretty good bonfire going. And we use what my grandpa and I like to call a clock a match, which is just a road flare. So... And also, for those wondering, Clockham is an area here in Washington State, so... History and Whiskey, very nice! I'm glad you enjoyed your very first reenactment. That's awesome. I'm glad that you had a really good time. That's really, really, really cool. I remember my first event. I was completely awestruck. coolest thing ever. Sorry, I'm messaging someone here, so about want to see the live stream. So apparently my boss is watching this, which is really cool. So how's it going, Nate? And like I just told Des, feel free to ask any questions and comment, so get more of a in-depth answer since we're not at work and we don't have to go and, you know, get back to work kind of stuff. Yeah, Jesse, well, actually for everyone, my first event, we set up that Friday, and we had a fight in the town that Friday. After literally getting my tent set up, my uniform on, you know, the call to form battalions being called out, and start marching out. Hey, what's going on? And like, oh yeah, we're fighting in the town, which is a beautiful little historic town here in Washington, called Port Gamble. And yeah, that was my first event, and it was absolutely fantastic. Fun part too was we actually had to cross a highway, not like an interstate, but a highway to get to the battlefield. So, you know, battalions are crossing the road, just completely blocking traffic, and people are just, what? You know, had no idea what was going on. Yeah, weird to think that was almost 11 years ago. Victor, really? Damn. 2 years does not seem like it's gone by that quick, because I remember seeing you at your first event. Oh, really? History and Whiskey, that it actually started snowing and all that when marched out. That's insane. How's it going, Nate? How's your... Actually, you get a full weekend. So how's your weekend been so far? Oh, damn. History and Whiskey. That... We've dealt with some hellacious winds and things like that. Turnin and First Sergeant Kep can definitely attest to that. We actually had a microburst come down and actually lifted my tent off the ground a couple years back, so that was insane. So, Mac, how's it going? Jesse, do they still have a Neshaminy? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Good. You need a lazy weekend, Nate. You definitely do. I mean, we all do, but... I think my mom is actually trying to jump in on this stream, too, to... Not actually be in the video, but to take a look at everything. Everyone talk to the mama captain. Mac, very nice. How was it? It's always fun when you get home from the reenactment. Wearing normal clothes just doesn't feel right. Oh, okay, Jesse, because I thought Neshaminy was actually canceled for good or something like that. But it's good that it's actually still there, just at a different location. You know, maybe it could be for the better, man. Who knows? I've heard good things about it. I actually want to get out there at some point and see what it's all about. Probably as a spectator. I don't feel like hauling a rifle and powder and a bunch of other stuff halfway across the country. But we will see, one of these days. trying to think of something else that I was going to share with this live stream with everyone, and I lost it. Yeah, History and Whiskey. I've done that before, driving home from reenactments in uniform. It is always so much fun. Quite a few of us actually drive to and from in uniform. I think Private Severson does that quite often. We actually had a bivouac back in August, and we went and got some lunch or breakfast, brunch. Let's call it brunch, really. Not too far from where we started off our bivouac at, and yeah, we got some weird looks. First Sergeant Kep can definitely attest, but we don't care. We're so used to it, and explained it. And actually, some people asked some really good questions, so it was a lot of fun. Honestly, uniforms, at least my uniform is probably one of the most comfortable pieces of clothing I have, especially my boots, Missouri boot and shoes, so it's all custom made. Absolutely love them. Oh yeah, Jesse. Same thing. We have issues with Park Service here, which is why there's, the North-South Living History Guild. So glad to be a part of that, man. Yeah, I think one of my most favorite stories driving home in uniform from an event was when I did World War II. And those of you guys who don't know, I did World War II as a German. So, our uniforms have the swastika, stuff like that on them. Granted, do I really feel great wearing that kind of stuff? No, not really. But we stopped to get some lunch late or early dinner, and we're sitting around the table, and there's about 12 of us. And this lady comes up and just, I don't mean to bother you, but I just want to thank you for your service. Like, oh, lady. Like, oh, we're actually reenactors, She's like, oh, okay, seemed really confused by it. She's like, well, still, thank you very much. Alright, cool. That's really awkward. But yeah, 6 guards, especially with doing World War II in Russian, it's always a really weird look I bet you get wearing that stuff. Oh, Bill, yeah. Way back when there was an event 10 minutes from where I used to live here in Spokane, one of our former members and I went to a Safeway and to get supplies, some food and all that way back when we were a bunch of dirty farbs. And yep, first foot in, we both landed flat on our asses. Then we were all like power sliding across the floor and all that, wearing hobnails. It was a lot of fun. We got a lot of weird looks. Didn't help we were both rocking pistols on our hip and we didn't know it, but to our luck, they're black powder pistols, so it's legal to have them here when you're 18. And Washington's an open carry state, so go us. But it was one of those things, we were just so used to it, we kind of didn't think about it. It was just second nature. Yeah, Jared, I remember hearing about that. It's kind of sad people don't know their history. I actually, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to focus our live stream on historical stuff with the Civil War in modern day and how there's the misconceptions and everything like that. I'm going to have to do that. It's going to be great. Maybe Jared and I, First Sergeant, you and I maybe should do a video on that, kind of like our FARB video, have a sit down and go back and forth with that. That'd be a lot of fun. Because you and I have plenty of stories where things are just so WTF moments. But, yeah, you gotta have fun where you can. Also need to do a video on sharpshooter history or sharpshooter misconceptions. I think that'd be a fun one, especially for a live stream, because, you know, start interacting with you guys with that, because those of you who reenact as a sharpshooter or know your sharpshooter history, we get a lot of crazy questions and some really wacky ones too, like Canadian mercenaries, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Eventually, you know, some of them are pretty wacky. I might just have to do, okay, this is how I'll do it. I will do a live stream or a video series if First Sergeant Kep wants to do it when we can get around each other. Interactions with the public at events, with misconceptions about history. I think that'd be a really good topic to talk about with a live stream. It'd be a lot of fun. Probably a lot of facepalm moments too, but, you know, we'll make it work. Because there are definitely some moments that I just, yeah. Yeah, 6 guards. We actually had a 39th New York Garibaldi Guard here in Washington for a while, and oddly enough, the first event story was we were there and they had their flag, which unfortunately the person mixed up and made the Mexican flag, pretty much. And we hear, you know, dress on the colors, and everyone dresses on that flag, and our company founder actually shouted out in battalion line, "No, not on the Mexican flag," and everyone just started cracking up quite a bit. Jamie, yeah, speaking of drinks, for me, rum. Love my rum, so rum at events is a big hit. Our last event of the season, I actually had some blood orange tequila that my boss made me. Well, made and gave to me, I should say, and that was a big hit. That stuff was real smooth, and everybody was raving about it around the campfire. That stuff was so good. It was dangerously smooth. Also brought some amaretto that he made, too, and that stuff was fantastic. Yeah. But rum at events is a good one. Whiskey, you can never go wrong. My grandpa shows up pretty much, actually every event this year. My grandparents were at our events to be as spectators, and my grandpa would always give a flask or two to me to share around with the sharpshooters and our battalion staff. We're very close with our battalion staff, and they definitely know when he's around, drinks are sure to follow. But, you know, the occasional beer, things like that. Yeah, not legit shine. We definitely do have people, though, Jamie, that bring legit shine to events, and yeah, it'll put hair on your chest. Way back when I had no rank or responsibilities at all. Yeah, I definitely got or drank a lot more than I do now or did as first sergeant, do now as a captain. You know, I try to be on my up and up, but, you know, I will drink to a limit, so to speak. A couple drinks here and there, you know, it's not going to hurt me any, so. Yeah, 6 guards, of course, you would say vodka is a winner. Yeah, I actually really want to bring brandy to events, kind of as a toasting beverage, so to speak. But yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Have an officers and senior NCO mess, something First Sergeant Kep and I've actually been talking about a lot about doing. Be a lot of fun. Great camaraderie with other, you know, fellow officers within the battalion and our battalion staff. We're actually really good with one of the best 79th New York Highlander groups out there. They're here in Washington State. And First Sergeant Kep, Private Soderling, and myself being brother Masons, there's quite a few brothers in that unit, and they always have their whiskeys and scotches, mostly scotches, so we definitely drink scotch at events, which is a lot of fun. And they bring out their bagpipes too, which is great, especially at night. Pisses everyone else off in battalion except for us and the sharpshooters in the 79th. Especially one of our battalion staff members, our division major, he doesn't take to that quite nicely. Whew, Jamie, that is dangerous, and I agree with First Sergeant Kep. Yeah, that is fire starter for sure. Holy hell. Yeah, Jesse, I definitely have to agree with that. Nice cigar, pipe tobacco, and some good brandy. Hell, I do that here at home. Granted, now that it's starting to get cold, but summertime or spring or fall time, I could still probably get away with it. Nothing, no better way to unwind after a long day or day of hunting, stuff like that. Perfect. My messenger is going off like crazy. Jesse, very nice, man. Look forward to calling you a brother. That'd be a lot of fun. Jamie, holy hell. Oh, I think my liver's dying a little bit on the inside just reading that. That is insane. Damn. Victor, really? That's interesting. Yeah, that's one thing with 79th New York and Company D. We definitely have our fair share of Masons in it. Holy hell, man. So yeah, if you join up, that'd be awesome. Jesse, that's pretty much what I did. I joined way back when I was 18, and my lodge really didn't, that I belonged to at the time, really didn't do much to help me out. Contacted or got in with a guy from a local business here, and he and I started chatting, and it just happened to come up, man. And I'm in now with a really good lodge. My degree coach is an awesome guy. He is a retired Navy corpsman that served with Marines in Vietnam. He had some, or has some crazy stories when he's willing to talk about it. And he's a great degree coach. So definitely try to hook yourself up with someone who is willing to work with you. Because degree coaches really set your speed for success when being in the Masons. At least that's how I find it. I'm still pretty new to it, but I'm sure First Sergeant Kep can agree to that. I mean, it's kind of that way with everything, though, in life. You know, as long as you have a good mentor, you know, job-wise, hobby-wise, Mason-wise, you're pretty set off, so. Tullamore Dew. History and Whiskey. I'm going to have to try that, or look that up and try it if I can one of these days. Always looking to branching out my horizons of alcohols, stuff like that. Ideas for events for officers and NCO mess. Very strong supporter of officers and NCOs being very tightly bound together and getting along very well, like First Sergeant Kep and I do, because it really helps a unit run smoother, especially when you guys are running off the same sheet of music, so to speak. I mean, it's that way too with work. My boss Nate and I are always chatting up and stuff like that, and got a good thing going at work, so things run smooth. It's like I said with First Sergeant Kep and I, and Corporal Hardway and Corporal Speakerman. and the sharpshooters. I mean, we got the sharpshooters running like a well-oiled machine now. It is fantastic. Yeah, history and whiskey. I mean, anything at 35 degrees is a good sipping drink at that point to keep you warm, even though it's kind of a false warm. Definitely have a story about that with my grandpa and I fishing out on Lake Roosevelt. That, yeah, my mom would not be happy to hear that, or my grandma. She'd probably kill us. They both would kill my grandpa and I both with that story. They would not be happy whatsoever. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure my mom's able to see at least a little bit of this stream. Yeah, like what Jared said, I kind of had to shop around a little bit too. I went to the one that was closest to me, and that was the one that didn't work out. So I have to drive about 25 minutes north of Spokane, man, for my lodge. But it's definitely well worth it. Oh yeah, Jared, that's right, because you had a Cavalry in your lodge, if I remember right. Nice, history and whiskey, yeah. Crazy stories is kind of what fuels a fire for a reenactor to do some fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff. Hey, what's going on, Severson? Glad you're able to catch some of the stream, man. But history and whiskey, as I was saying, yeah, you know, it's definitely probably like with Severson, you know, hearing the crazy stories of events before him and the shenanigans that we got into and kind of hanging our asses out there, so to speak. And he, he could probably relate to some of those past stories and crazy stories. Is that Candy Boy? Jamie, are you talking about Fire Dog? Then yes. Yeah, that's Private Severson, the one who I had on one of our live streams. Who is my favorite Berdan sharpshooter? Or are we talking about historic or reenactor-wise? Because historic, every single one of them. And yeah, if everyone's wondering, Heather Whitehall Thompson's my mom, so everyone say hi to my mom. One of her first times being watching the stream, so this is actually kind of cool. So what do you think of this so far? Seeing your little boy on YouTube live. Yeah, Jared. I'm not your favorite. I'm not the company's favorite sharpshooter. Come on. Oh yeah, with hello Mutti. And M. I'm sure M is also watching here and there. My sister, so one of my sisters. I have two. And yeah, Jamie Severson from the ammo box. Might have to do like a blooper reel video of Severson at events, because Severson, man, you do some things that are just completely wacky and hilarious. That's why we love you, man. You're a company goober. Wouldn't trade you for any other goober. Hi, yep. My sister Emily, or Scout, as we call her in the company, she used to reenact. And then got out of it, but I think Em's actually thinking about getting back into it, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Emily. Oh, and little Evelyn's watching too. Hi, Ev. Hi, Skook. Is it weird seeing your brother online and we're actually not talking face to face on Facebook? Yeah, Saracen, like when you hit yourself in the head with a mallet. I swear to God, man, you are one of the silliest and craziest people I've seen at events when it comes to mishaps. Saracen, do we have another nickname for you? Candy Boy? I think Jamie just gave you a nickname, man. I take it that was Evelyn typing. Alright, Matt, how's it going? Hopefully the little ones are put down for the night. Glad that you can join us back with the stream. Nice, Jamie, that's awesome. I'll have to address them when I have them in future live streams when I get that whole situation figured out. I'll be make sure to address myself as Captain Whitehall, and I'm joined today by Private Candy Boy. I think that's a nice one. And yeah, Matt, that is the first sergeant, and my mom, both of my sisters, Private Severson, Private Turnin. My boss was on here a little bit ago. Yeah. Got the whole show. One of my best friends, or probably one of my absolute best friends, was on watching earlier. So, having Caleb Freund on. The Caleb Freund. Yeah, Private, see, but Severson, you know what potato means in the company. It's not fitting enough. I have to be the potato, sir. Actually, Private. Because everyone in the Sharpshooters knows the story of the captain's potato. I will be the proper one for once and not just talk about what that means. If oh, hey man, what's up, dude? Caleb, thanks man for watching this. Well, Caleb, Nate, my mom, my sisters, and all that. That's awesome that you guys are watching this. It's cool having support other than other reenactors and people in the company. But yeah, man, Caleb, I miss you, man. You need to get down to San Diego, or you need to get back up here for a weekend or something like that, man. We all miss you here. It's weird not having you around. Yeah, and yeah, Saracen definitely makes some of the best memes in the entire unit. It is hilarious. He is the most memeable sharpshooter in Company D. I'll see if I can find some of them and get some images up for you guys, because they are absolutely hilarious. Yes, okay, good. I have them saved, so please bear with me, everyone, while I insert an image here real quick. Oh, cool, my cat general is watching too. That's awesome. Yeah, so this is Private Saracen, the most memeable sharpshooter in Company D. I'll blow it up a little bit for you guys. And yeah, this is a serious question that Battalion asks us all the time, is if we have enough ammo. We're sharpshooters, goddammit. We carry at least 100 rounds. But yeah, like I said, he is... Saracen, I love you, man. You do a lot of funny, wacky things. See if I can pull up another one of you, man, because you are hilarious when it comes to these memes. And one thing we're known for in Company D is always bringing documentation and things to our battalion staff, and how they're always, oh, well, well, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And usually it's with this just long spiel on, well, actually, this, and that. So we had to joke around. We're always documented. We have the documentation. We can back up what we're doing or what we're saying. So yes, when the look on our face when battalion asks if we have documentation, I give you Private Severson. Yeah. Oh, good times, good times. And yeah, Jesse, yeah, we named our cat General. That cat hates everyone and hates life. He is a grumpy old man. Actually, hey Nate, do you need a cat? Because you and him would fit perfectly. More memes, they're epic. Hey, actually, Jared, do you remember the memes that we made of myself when I did our first Sharpshooter talk and just that insane look? Yeah, I'll pull up some of those. Trying to look for the ones that don't pick on any specific unit. Actually, hey, Severson, here's another one for you. Yeah, so everyone knows, Severson's trousers rip at least one time at every event. So, yeah, I think we're all memeable one way or another in Company D, which is a lot of fun. Oh, Nate, are you sure? He's, no, he is pretty high maintenance. I mean, we do call him, bitch for a reason, because he is one. My mom can attest. Jamie. There's, always, if he likes to drink a good whiskey or scotch every now and then, that's always a good one. But something for reenacting-wise, anything officer material would probably be a good one. A good manual that he doesn't have, a cool little piece of kit, something like that. It's always kind of a good gesture. Something to help an impression. Always helps. Yeah, my tradition of, either trousers ripping or losing buttons, stuff like that, I always lose my voice a little bit after an event. Mainly just because I'm yelling so much, and apparently my voice carries across the field. Even with gunfire and cannons going off, people can still hear me all the way across the field. Daniel Coley. Hopefully I'm saying your last name right. I haven't heard of a breech-loading Whitworth muzzle loader, if that's what you're talking about. I know those were muzzle loading. Unless you're talking about the Whitworth cannon, then yes, I have heard of those. If I'm getting the right cannon right. And yeah, those things are insane. In fact, a sharpshooter had his knapsack hit by one of those at Fredericksburg. He didn't kill him, but it ripped his knapsack off his back, which is insane. Yeah, and Severson, you did used to lose a lot of buttons until we sat you down and taught you how to sew. Oh, Jamie, very nice. That's cool. Now let's see if I can find some more fun pictures to share with you guys. This is fun. How about this? One of my first events of some of my first seasons when I was an absolute sharpshooter fard. That's always a fun one. There we go. So that's me and my mom at, that's my second season, so huge sticky side diamond that was just felt. See, missing top button, so my top button isn't undone. I think I'm wearing a shirt from like JCPenney or something like that. Rifle is not at the proper shoulder arms, and the green is way off. Yeah, and Matt, we do have some signal whistles. First Sergeant Kep and I use them. But now that we are actually, or I'm actually learning how to do bugle calls and all that, we might not actually have a need for signal whistles anymore. Maybe give them to the corporals. Kind of their oh shit whistle, so to speak. Yeah, Jesse, the Farb days. In fact, how about this, since my sister is watching. Granted, sharpshooters did not, there's no documented blue sack coats, but for a growing preteen and teenager, you had to go with what. But yeah, this is Scout. This is my my sister Emily. Little badass that she is. Yeah, thanks, Des. Yeah, my baby face has not changed much. Us Whitehalls age very well. So, yeah, that was, God, when I was almost 16. So, yeah, 10 years ago. Not much has changed. More facial hair, that's for sure. But even then, not much. But, yeah, that's Scout. Andrew Tuccio? I want to say Tuccio. Please tell me I'm right on that. I'm not sure how that would work, because the Whitworth bore was hexagonal. They actually didn't shoot a bullet, they shot a bolt. I'm not sure how that would work. That'd be really interesting to see. Really interesting, actually. If someone wants to do it, by all means. I'm a little too chicken when it comes to that. Let's see here. Oh, and yes, First Sergeant does not get to escape the memeability that he has, because I do have a picture of you that is actually pretty funny. There we go. From that angle with the other sharpshooter in front of him, and actually, hey, look, First Sergeant Kep actually has a signal whistle. So, yeah, from the angle, the look on First Sergeant Kep's face, yeah. And yes, Matt, the stash will be making a comeback for next season. So when you come out to an event with us, when you make that trip out from Ohio, I will have a stash. So all the best for our guests. But yeah, you know, Jared, we need to come up with a caption for this one. Oh, that picture's always funny. Makes me laugh whenever I come across it. Oh, yeah. Jared, when I get over there to work on our super secret project, I'm going to have to show you a video from the last year of Ferndale that they had. There's a hit that you took. It is hilarious. It's like, you just kind of, oh! It was so great. Yeah. It's weird actually seeing you as a slick sleeve too, and not with a beard. Yeah, Nate, that's true. Next month we're not shaving. Well, okay, we'll have mustaches. We won't have beard. Well, okay, you'll have your beard. You've waited too long to grow that beard. So, yes, next month I will have a mustache for a while. I might actually start growing my mustache then. We will see. Yeah, good times, good times. Matt, I can't wait to see that. That'll be good. Can always use some of the Addams family reenacting with us. Okay, Severson, you growing out a beard is like me trying to grow out a beard. What beard? You're getting there, man. You're getting there, but in time. In time. So yeah, I've probably got about another like 25 minutes or so. You know, I may say screw it and run to 7, you know, if the stream's going good, but got to get some food at some point tonight. Don't want to miss out on a lamb gyro. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, Severson, you're not wrong. We are kind of the reenacting Addams family. Matt will find out about that. Matt, you'll actually have a good time with us. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, Daniel, no. Don't worry about asking stupid questions, because honestly, I don't think there's... Okay, well, there are such things as stupid questions, but the ones you've asked so far have been pretty good. Really good, so... Feel free to keep asking away, man. Yeah, Victor, definitely. Wish you were at Chehalis, man, because I actually got to command a bayonet charge with the sharpshooters right in front of the public. It was so cool. We're just laying there and, you know, on your, you know, sharpshooter stand, sharpshooters charge bayonet because we were all out of ammunition and crashed into a unit and took them captive. It was awesome. Oh, Severson, you know we have fun, man. Yeah. Again, for everyone that's been on the stream, you know, friends, family, subscribers, boss, stuff like that, thanks everyone for joining in on this. This has been a lot of fun so far. Been having a really good time. Sorry, I'm looking down at the comments too. I don't have someone kind of feeding me everything yet, so still working on this. So yes, Des, I'm trying. And Nate, I'm also trying. Trying my best. Yeah, Jesse. Thanks for being part of the stream, you know, commenting and all that. Yeah, get some sleep, man. God, you make me seem like a saint when it comes to getting sleep. So I barely sleep. Like I said, I slept maybe an hour, hour and a half last night. So yeah, get some sleep, man. You have a good night, and yeah, let's chat later about those gloves because I'm definitely getting a pair too. And yeah, Severson, the river's not going anywhere. Well, there's an event here in Washington. Those of you who are wondering, the weird name with a C, that's Chehalis. Yeah, we have some weird names here in Washington. They're mostly native, stuff like that. And there's a small river there that everyone goes swimming at. So, It's a lot of fun. Lot of fun. Yeah, Jared asked a good question. Already the ones that I want to cover, you know, some sharpshooter history, you know, stuff about the sharps, misconceptions about the sharpshooters, how to start a reenacting unit, questions for company commanders or reenactors in general, how to, you know, be a good company commander besides what I have in the video that I put out almost a year ago. So yeah, who knows? Maybe we can have a Christmas party for once in a long time since our last one, and we can kind of do a Company D meet and greet on a live stream. That'd be a lot of fun. Might have to do that. Oh, that'd be really cool. Sounds like one of the roommates is home. No, Jamie. All questions are welcome. That's why we kind of have these live streams and why we have the YouTube channel. We're here to help everyone out. The only way this hobby survives is when people actually share valuable resources. It's another one I can do too. Improving impressions. And how to share sources. Because, you know, especially, you know, a lot of people think, you know, the authentics and the hardcores, you know, are kind of ruining the hobby and stuff like that. And can definitely talk about that, the progression of reenacting. I like that one. Yeah. So I kind of get in my little zone of thinking and stuff like that. Yep. One of the roommates is definitely home. Can hear the doors working and stuff like that. Oh, cool, Victor. Awesome. Sorry, I had a... Yeah, thanks, Nate. Yeah, definitely. Especially with the videos with Nate, Jared and I working together on videos. It's always a lot of fun to have them. He and I do those. It's a lot of fun, so... You heard it, Jared. We got to do more videos to get together. Yeah, and Andrew, that is absolutely right. The only stupid questions are the ones that don't get asked. Knowledge is power. Oh yeah, we gotta have Candy Boy. For flatware mat, yeah, all you need is just a fork and knife for a sharpshooter mess kit. Yeah, Bill, that's also a really good one. The modern day recruitment ideas. I really need to actually get more in depth on that too. Been really meaning to do that. I think Jared and I have talked about it a little bit, but nothing's actually come to fruition, so to speak. Just waiting for the chat to catch up, so sorry for the silence. I don't like awkward pauses or awkward silence, but sometimes it's necessary. Because you guys do ask some really good questions, so... Yeah, Victor, now you know why that's a thing. Sorry, I was talking with Victor Hanks over Facebook Messenger on a question that he had, something that we mentioned earlier. But Jamie, for civilian impressions, I'd love to see sketch artists, battlefield sketch artists. That's something you don't see much of, and there was quite a few of them, and some of them were very, very popular with their work. Wagoners would also be a really good one. You don't really see that many. There might have been a coffin maker here, Severson. There's actually only one person that kind of runs a saloon here, and it's more of a sutler kind of thing for spectators here in Washington, so it's kind of a brothel, so to speak. But yeah, let's see. Battlefield sketch artists, wagoners, a real actual kind of a postal worker, postman would actually be a really cool one to see too. We kind of have that, but it's really hokey. Yeah, snake oil salesman, like Jared said, would be a lot of fun. And yeah, like local farmers, you know, these battles just weren't fought in some person's random field, you know, it was fought in Farmer Joe's backyard. You know, like Gettysburg. I mean, some areas were just completely ruined by battles that happened. So that'd be a really cool one. A distraught farmer. Because, I mean, some of these farmers would actually go up to generals and even sent the government a tab for destruction of their property. And some of it was paid, some of it wasn't. So that'd actually be a lot of fun to see, you know, some guy raising hell with a battalion commander on, you know, you tore down my split rail fence, you owe me this much money. Oh god, that'd be funny to see. Yeah, I've heard great things about Hale Farm. Matt and Jamie, I need to check that out one of these times. Yeah, Jared brings up a good one too, the tent revivalists and reporters, and things like that. Severson, by liaisons, you mean like observers from like foreign countries, stuff like that? Yeah, Bill, veteran, the VRC is a really cool impression. I love the light blue short jacket. It's probably one of those pet impressions that I've always had. Just because it's really unique, and I mean, they did do some service. They provided some very valuable roles as guards and all that when to continue their term of enlistment. Yeah, Jamie, if I ever make it out to Hale, I'll be sure to do that. That sounds really, really interesting. I'd love to be a part of that. And yeah, Severson, we actually used to have a French observer, except he actually got kicked out of the WCWA. You've probably heard of Frenchie, maybe. There was a guy who did a British observer. There was a guy who did a Prussian observer, too, for a while. And he was top-notch with his impression as a Prussian observer. Spoke with a Prussian accent. Not a German accent, but a Prussian accent. And that was so cool. Miss that guy at events. Yeah, and Jared, you're absolutely right. You know, if more people could get into it, it'd be a killer impression. All you get to do is do guard duty and march around. Don't even have to really go out on the battlefield. Though I believe the VRC was used in a couple battles late in the war. Yeah, and the funny thing too with the Veteran Reserve Corps is it was initially called the Invalid Corps, but they really, really despise that name because they still consider themselves soldiers. You know, they were wounded in combat. You know, they weren't invalid; they were still soldiers. So they changed it to the Veteran Reserve Corps, which, you know, they still filled the same role and had the same reasons for those soldiers becoming what they were, which is really funny. And there's still some debate too whether they wore the blue shell jacket or short jacket, shell jacket, or if they just went with the blue fatigue blouse, because, you know, that's what they wore for their service. But, you know, who knows exactly? If someone actually knows more about that, please, I'd be more than willing to learn and know more about that. Saracen, some people have actually done that. The third, back when they were way bigger, back in 2011, we did an 1861 Bull Run event, which the 3rd Michigan was at, man. And they actually marched out wearing grays. And it confused the hell out of the Confederate battalion because they started shooting at them. Like, why are you shooting at us? And they had their small little stars and bars flag, which is Farby as all hell. But yeah, it was so funny to watch. Yeah, Bill, that's absolutely right. I believe they were actually present at the Battle of Fort Stevens, if I'm not mistaken. When... Oh my god. The name escapes me. I'm great with faces. I can see his picture. I want to say it was General Early. Matt, that's a controversial impression. That is super... It's really neat, but also just... That's controversial, especially with today's political climate in the States with, you know, the whole anti-Confederate, anti-slavery, Black Lives Matter kind of thing. That's risky, man. I mean, my hat's off to him, or to them doing that, but damn. Yep, Jubal Early. Okay, cool. Thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Bill, for clearing that up for me. So, glad when I can kind of nail things down and be somewhat right, not be trying to grab for answers. So, quite happy with that. And Matt, that's awesome. Yeah, there's people who try to do the Pioneer Corps impression out here, and they just don't do it right. We actually have a pretty killer Engineer Corps right now. They'll show up to some events, and they'll actually have pontoon boats for laying the bridges, kind of like at Fredericksburg, across the river. So, and they do a fantastic job. They don't even take the battlefield and stuff like that. But their impression is top notch. Whew. Replying to a private message from a subscriber here that's also watching. All right, Jared, you have a good one. Yeah, probably not much longer, probably about 7 more minutes before I have to head out here so I can actually get some food. Haven't eaten anything all day, so But no, like I keep saying, this has been a great live stream so far. You guys are all awesome. Really good questions as always. This being our fourth live stream, I mean, haven't had a bad one yet, so you guys make this very enjoyable. I was a little apprehensive the first time I wanted to do a live stream. It's like, oh, it might be 1 or 2 people, but I mean, it seems like our numbers have been growing a lot more. So yeah, in fact, our total watch time, I'm looking at our analytics right now, and we have 31 total watch hours, so thank you all for that. And our peak is 24 subscribers watching, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, the Tahoma Marines, our Marine unit out here, when they do their Marine impression, they do it very, very well. Granted, the battles that we try to do, the Marines weren't really at. The best one that I've seen for the Marines was when we were reenacting down at Fort Stevens down in Oregon, which, rest in peace, Fort Stevens reenactment, for the Oregon Club. We actually did the assault on Fort Fisher where the Marines were present. And there was also a naval detachment on foot there, and they did a fantastic job of storming Fort Fisher. That was the coolest thing to see, because it was their show. That was so cool. That was actually my first season, yet again. Yes, that is the most underrepresented impression ever. We need ironclads. Especially if, you know, for a Shiloh event. That'd be awesome. Yep. When I win the lottery, of course, first I have to play the lottery, but when I play and win the lottery, I'll invest in building an ironclad, and I'll tour the States with it to events. Hey, Severson, how about we do Chehalis every year as Shiloh, and we patrol the Chehalis River in our ironclad. Everyone will see the steam from the smokestack and hear the cannons fire, but they won't be able to see over all that shrub and down the depression. Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. Or an actual amphibious landing by Marines. We should do that too. We can launch Marines from our ironclad, so the Tahoma can do that. Jamie, that's actually a really good question. Are you wanting a revolver or just like a single shot pistol? From there, I can help you out a little more, man. Yeah, Matt, you have a good one. Thanks for jumping in on the stream as much as you could with putting the little ones to bed and everything. That you know, means a lot that you're always on these. But I'm sure, you know, you and I will chat on Facebook more and more. So, but you have a good night, and you know, see you in the next stream. Chat with you on Facebook. So, you have a good night, man. So, okay, I'm going to assume you're talking about reenacting, Jamie. I would suggest probably any of your civilian Colt pistols. Anything 44, 36, stuff like that. I believe they're the Colt 1851 London model was actually a civilian model. You know, if you can get your hands on a Colt Patterson, that'd be a killer civilian pistol for an impression for a civilian. That'd be really cool. But any pocket revolver too, a little 31 caliber Colt, the little 31 Remingtons would also be a good one. short barrel, long barrel, I mean, whatever really works. Oh, hey, Chandler, what's up? Unfortunately, man, you got onto the stream a little bit too late. I'm about to get off, but, yeah. Basically, if you type in the Colt Navy London, you'll come up with some links for either Uberti or Pieta, which in my opinion, if you have the extra money to spend, get a Uberti. I just recently picked up an 1858 Uberti, and yeah, Chandler, I know, man. But hey, the plus side is you live here in town, so we can chat a lot more in person. Yeah, as I said, I picked up recently a Uberti 1858, and I absolutely love it. So if you can get one, please do. I mean, it's a good smoke wheel. Yeah, Severson, you actually bring up a good one too. A Derringer would also be good, or any single shot boot pocket pistol. But I mean, by the 1860s, revolvers were fairly common military use, civilian use. Jamie, if you want to go for the cool factor, definitely get a Patterson. You know, they're a little hard to find, but it's definitely a wow factor, and they're really cool pistols. If you want to go for practicality, a Uberti Navy London. Hands down. So. About 5 more minutes, guys. I'm pushing it just a little bit longer since you asked some good questions, Jamie. And give Chandler a little bit of time here on the stream. Yeah, Severson, that's a good one too, an actor. Got 4 more minutes for a couple more questions, guys. So, if you guys got any questions whatsoever, comments, requests, no, I will not dance for you. That is out of the question. To quote one of my favorite musicians, I dance like I'm getting shot at with arrows, so I don't dance. Yeah, Jamie, that'd actually be a really cool one. You don't see that very often, if at all. Or, yeah, if at all. Severson, I believe you're right. Trying to rack my brain for historical reference, and it's just dry firing on me, so. Oh yeah, Jamie, tin candle mold is pretty good too. James Townsend and Son is a good place to get one of those. They got a really good selection for those kind of things. All right, Victor, you have a good one. I'm about to be getting off here too, so yeah, let's definitely chat more. Once I get off and get some food in me, I'll shoot you a message about some reenacting gear. I saw your last Facebook message, so. Be a good time. Oh yeah, Jamie, don't need to tell me twice. I absolutely love Euros. I'm an Euro fiend. Gotta thank my mom for that one. Really good stuff. Haircuts in the Civil War, fairly short hair. Facial hair, for early war, long hair for facial hair and very long or longer hair, acceptable, but to mid to late war, fairly short hair, very closely kept facial hair because, you know, lice, things like that, you know, cooties. So, plus you also think about the average Civil War soldier too, is, you know, they were fairly young. But so guys, at 6:35, I'm gonna jump off, get some food. I really need it. As my boss Nate just said, his wife just told me to go eat. Yeah, she's right. I need to go eat. But again, thank you, everyone, for being in on the stream, commenting, asking some really great questions. To the friends and family, you know, thank you very much for jumping in on this, showing some support. It's always fun to have you guys. You know, it's great, you know, being able to chat with you guys, answer some really good questions, rack my brain, and learn some things too. I definitely learned a lot of good things from every stream. So anyways, everyone have a good night, and I will catch you all later. Bye.